Hey guys, today we will be reviewing the Far Cry movie. I don't know what we're saying. There's a Far Cry movie? This came out in 2008. By the time Far Cry 2 came out, it's a retelling of the original game. I've heard the movie's quite bad, but hey, I want to give it a fair shot. I'm going to be watching online, okay? Sorry, just deep breaths. Kind of out of breath. Okay, that's it. Oh yeah, if you wonder, yeah, that popped. And Uh, well, I'll give you one little fun fact before I start with you. In 2010s, and somewhere in the middle of 2010s, Ubisoft said they'd make Far Cry live action movies and Assassin's Creed in a few decades. Been a decade. Gonna make those movies. All right, bye guys. See you in the review. And what all complaints about this movie? This movie is unironically, and I can't believe this, a 10 out of 10. It's a perfect movie. Okay, let's start with the things I didn't like. And this isn't anything against, people. They swapped Jack from being American and brown haired to German and blonde. Or light brown. It was a weird decision. Since they put so much emphasis on him being German in the movie, I just don't get why. The Trojans, instead of being monsters, were just white guys, and I mean like physically white people with black eyes, but they were fucking terrifying. They were the strongest they've been in the Far Cry verse. You could only kill them by shooting them in the mouth of the eye, and they were also, really unkillable, really strong. Like generally, the scariest they've been in the franchise. So it's in the fucking movie. Valerie got turned from an awesome super spy to a fucking investigator. I hate that. I hate that so much. And also, Doyle, nowhere to be seen. We never get Monster Krieger. That's a shame. Krieger's fate is actually left. They don't explain if he dies. He's just left on the island, and there's four Trojans. But they never imply if the Trojans kill him. They're very calm with each other. But please don't think I hate the movie. I love the movie. It is such a good movie. Let's think. Um, Emilio, the bigger guy, he is hilarious. He's very funny. Like, if somehow they could bring him to a Far Cry universe, the mainline universe, it'd be great. Like, lots of people say this movie sucks. I just thought they were right. But actually, watching this movie, I just don't see where they're coming from. I mean, really, what was to hate? Now, look, it's not everyone's cup of tea. Oh, one thing I didn't really like. It was really gory. Like, oh, what a gore. Well, the fight scenes were amazing. The action was so cool. They used practical effects most of the time. There were green screens and CGI and, makeup. But, I mean, obviously makeup. But I don't want them to actually shoot the actors. The scene where Valerie gets undressed is way better adapted in here. Because Valerie isn't like, oh, I gotta take off my shirt and, take a hot, steamy shower. It's like, I'm gonna fucking tie my hair before me, yeah? It's actually scary, it's played off their seriousness. Um, I wish Joel was in the movie. Uh, there's only 11 Trojans, which is fine. We didn't need much. We don't get to see any forms. They reveal they're humans way too early. Seeing how people get turned into Trojans with surgery was honestly really cool and quite sad, to be honest, for poor Max. Uh, it's also a bit racy. Like this American guy is quite mean to Jack for being German. That sounds very nice. Uh, but I'm still ranking it a 10 out of 10 because it's such a good movie. Like, obviously, if you're squeamish, I wouldn't recommend it. It's quite gory. I mean, it's no Terrifier, obviously. Um, it doesn't adapt the game very well. Jack takes off his actually red flower shirt like 30 minutes in the movie. He takes off instantly. Like, why? And then he puts on a soldier outfit and never gets out of it. Why? I just why? That's the one thing I don't like about a movie. The main thing I don't like. Jack doesn't wear his outfit. Um, they also They also have the military and the Krieger Force, black SWAT soldiers. No, the soldiers who were wearing black armor, I mean, and the green soldiers. It's great. The fight scene's great. Uh, I just, I wish he did more with Krieger as character. Because Krieger in the original one is obsessed with destiny. He feels like he has to do it for the betterment of mankind. In this version, he's just greedy. Baby, don't be greedy. I do for myself, if you know what I mean. Which is fine. Greed, hey, it can work as a villain motive. There's nothing wrong with a good old greedy villain. Like, okay, I want to make this review longer than my other reviews. I usually give quite short reviews. I want to get every nook and cranny explained. Everything I loved and hated. Let's get into loves. Emilio, hilarious. Jack, very funny. Valerie, I actually quite liked her. I just don't know why they changed that. I guess the whole spy thing was gonna be a bit hard to adapt. Like, look at the Far Cry World of Tanks trailer. That takes Far Cry 1, a pretty comedic and silly game, 100 billion% seriously. Why couldn't this movie have done that? Took the original story of Far Cry 1 and made it serious. Not like the game isn't serious or anything. Like, let's think. They also have no Crow. They replaced her A symbol with Asian or Chinese or Japanese or Korean or I'm not good with Eastern countries. I'm sorry, East Asia countries. I'm really not good with them. I'm sorry. Uh, she was actually a really threatening and intimidating villain. Like more when I would say Crow. Crow in the original Far Cry wasn't that threatening. She's a lot more of an actual threat. Uh, like genuinely, I love this show. The movie. The movie is pretty great. I'm excited for a new Far Cry show to come out. We have the anime, which I think I'll be reviewing, and we're gonna have a new show that's coming out. On Hulu. That's gonna be fun. But what do I have to say about this? I mean, it's a 10 out of 10. It's perfect. I really think. I the scenery, the sets, the acting, the comedy, the music. I just don't think there's much wrong with it. Like, genuinely, it's a great movie. It's very funny. I kept leaving the room to tell people because how funny the movie is. I mean, I wanted to watch this movie for 2 years, and thank God I did. It's such a good movie. That I could see why we never got, a Far Cry 2 movie, because how could have you done a Far Cry 2 movie? Jack isn't evil in this timeline. And one thing I don't like is, Valerie says to Jack, why do you think only about yourself and money? But, but you took him on a dangerous island and risked his life without his consent. You're not gonna play the, you're so selfish card. Don't go manipulating and gaslighting poor Jackie. Jack is not being selfish or manipulative or evil. Jack was literally just doing the bare minimum to survive and saved her, and she keeps saying he's a 2 out of 10. Honestly, I thought the rescue was at least a 4 out of 10, his first rescue. His final rescue was definitely a 10 out of 10. He was fighting the Trojans, which are basically gods. He was fighting all the soldiers. He was fighting this guy and the next guy. And honestly, I don't think she should have been so harsh on Jack's saving skills. I mean, she literally, something I found funny is Valerie doesn't know how to fight for the life of her. Valerie in the first game, badass, had guns, had fighting experience. In this movie, threw a grenade without pulling the pin, shot a fucking net gun, like she's chased from Paw Patrol, and fucking shot a sniper rifle, harpoon gun into a helicopter. Like, she's a bad fighter. Thank God they survived, but let's be honest, if her and Kane Valerie were in a fight, let's just say Valerie would kill Valerie. Now, I'm not saying who, but you could imply what I'm saying. Now, movie Jack versus Game Jack, well, that's a debate. It's Game Jack all the way. I mean, movie Jack's fast, strong, but Game Jack has night vision, has proning. I mean, obviously, movie Jack can prone, but he never does. He's just got a lot. Okay, so we're not talking about if like effect. Look, what was your score on the movie overall? It's a 10 out of 10. I want to make this review at least 10 minutes, so I gotta say all my thoughts about the movie. It's only got a minute left. I also think that, like, this movie's comedy was very good, but it has a lot of strange callback jokes. So Valerie says to Jack, "You better be here when I come back." And Jack goes, "You better be here when I come back." And then Jack says to Valerie later, "You better be here when I come back." And then Valerie says, "You better be here when I come back." And then Jack says earlier, "By the way, you owe me a boat." And then Krieger says later, "By the way, you owe me a helicopter." Like, there's so much callback jokes. Like, it's honestly funny. Like, you didn't think Far Cry the movie would be the one that has so much consistent jokes. But I just want to say, even though you weren't liked at your time, thank you, Far Cry the movie from 2008. They use the Far Cry font a lot, by the way. It's awesome. Bye, guys.